Hi, my name is Amanda Souders and I teach 3rd grade.
Hi, I'm Ramona Noack and I teach 5th grade.
We both teach at the same district and we follow the same curriculum. So our assessments we found were pretty similar and our analysis were pretty similar also. The first assessments that we looked at were our reading assessments. I used 2 sample reading assessments. The first one was Steel Surfer and then Raising Dragons. With these assessments, there's some positive things and some negative things. There's open-ended questions, there's multiple choice questions, and then there's a summary at the end. We also included a rubric with this. I like this one because it focuses on clear learning targets and it allows for self-assessment. It goes beyond basic recall of facts, and it also has a summary at the end. Some of the cons, however, Ramona's going to talk about.
Okay, some of the cons are there's only one level of assessment and they're not fun. The children don't find them fun to complete because we've read the story for several days in class.
And then the next learning assessment was a step up to writing. I like this one because it focuses on clear learning targets. It also goes beyond basic recall of facts and builds on all skills. It has in this a short reading. Then students answer multiple choice questions. And then they have to write using a prompt, and the prompt relates to the story. The writing has a checklist, and it has a rubric at the end. I like this because it allows for teachers to see what the students are thinking, and it's also very purposeful. But there were some cons. Ramona will talk about the cons.
Okay, some of the cons are the stories might not engage the learner. Sometimes the stories are not very interesting for our students. And also, they're not always bias-free, which can be a problem.
So this one, it had them reading about mushrooms and mushroom farming. And the prompt says, write a short essay explaining why mushrooms are a good crop for farmers to grow. If someone has no experience with farming, they might be a little confused about what they are supposed to write about, not having any past experience. And then we have a couple of math assessments that we decided to look at. We have the chapter and chapter test from the book. The first page is multiple choice. Then they have some open-ended and story problems, questions. And then the third page, I usually do the standardized test assessment practice. And then we have Check My Progress, which is also from the math curriculum. And these are all just open-ended, fill in the blank, or story problem. And we have just a few of these that we looked at. We found that all of them focus on clear learning targets. It's pretty apparent that this is exactly what I'm teaching in class. I also like that they're multi-leveled, like this is assessment 2B for the chapter test. But the Check My Progress, these were not multi-level, so that was a kind of a con. They're purposeful, easy to assess, and have clear directions. But some of the cons, Ramona?
Yeah, some of the cons, some of the story problems are not applicable to our students. They're not real life, so some of the students struggle with that a little bit. And one of the big drawbacks, one of the big cons, is it doesn't review past skills learned on the assessments, which we have to supplement that.
So overall, our assessments, we found they focused on clear learning targets. They're easy to manage. They always integrated 2 or more subjects like writing or reading and math. They really focus on the class instruction. They're clear, mostly bias-free. But what we found when we were going through this is that some things Ramona will talk about.
We never really peer assess with our testing. The learning experiences are little limited, and the interest from our students with all of the testing is just, what would you say? They've been tested way too much.
The only thing is that just finding class time to do all kinds of hands-on project-based learning can take a lot of time, so we felt that these were quick, easy ways to take a snapshot of our students. Within
Absolutely.
class, we do things that are more formative assessments, but when it came to our summative assessments, that was pretty much it. So,
Yes. Yep.
thank you. Bye.